This is arguably traditional Chinese medicine's golden child of herbs. This is aicha, otherwise known as mugwort. I have a tiny little patch of this in our backyard, and so whenever the season hits, I'm watching this like a hawk so that I can harvest it young, and this is when it's best for food purposes. This herb is renowned for its warming functions, and so it's able to regulate the qi in blood by dispelling cold and dampness. In TCM speak, these are often things that are considered when it comes to the issues regarding menstrual health with bleeding, as well as skin-related illnesses. If you're into K-beauty at all, you've likely come across this, and the substances in mugwort are very antibacterial, antifungal, very soothing to the skin. When it's dried, it's really useful for moxibustion. So 3 to 5 years is sort of the sweet spot of aging this herb so that it becomes really therapeutic for this heat therapy. Such a cherished method across the traditional medical systems that are Sino-influenced. So from Korea to Japan to Mongolia to Thailand, Vietnam. For this harvest, I'm using it for food and not for burning. So before the leaves get a little bit more hardy, I like to harvest them young before they turn bitter so that I can make some delicious rice cakes. I moved on to make some anko, which is a sweetened red bean paste. I didn't have azuki beans, and so I ended up just using small red beans. And then I put a handful of dates for sweetening. And of course, the rice, which I've had soaking for a bit. And the tool that's making this all possible is my hefty mochi maker. So I feel like all of my girlfriends grew up dreaming of their ideal stand mixer. This is my version of that because I really truly suck at baking. I just don't know what to do with flour as an ingredient. Next, I quick blanched the mugwort just to get it cooked, and then I swirled it around for a short 30 seconds or so, and then I popped it into an ice bath to stop the cooking and also to preserve its beautiful green. Once the rice is done cooking, I let the machine pound away. This is my favorite part where I can just be above the aroma of it all. And so if you've never had fresh mugwort, it smells and tastes beautifully grassy in an herbal way that's not bitter. It's not bitter in the way that matcha tastes like. This really is something that can only be extruded by hand. It's very tricky to do with tools, and so I use a combination of sesame oil and the mugwort water to guard my hands from all the stickiness. And that is how my family enjoys our sukdeok or yomogimochi. Honestly, the anko I got really lazy with, and so I didn't end up cooking it the final round, but it still tasted great. Of course, the mugwort water does not get tossed. I'm going to be using this for a foot soak. Apart from making kimchi, this is my favorite food tradition in our household. It's traditions like these that make me stay connected to my heritage and remind me that food is always the first medicine.